All right, now that we know the pitch name of the note and we know how to figure out our notes by counting up in the treble clef and down in the bass clef, it's time to start using a little bit more of an abbreviated fashion to find our notes to help our reading to be more efficient and more streamlined. And this is called interval line reading. Now, in the past, you would have identified that note by first identifying the pitch name of the note. All right, you would have said that's a B. Then you would have converted, of course, the symbol to the pitch name. Then you would have found the B on the keyboard, and then you would have played the B. So that's a multi-step process. But really what we should have, we're going 1/3 up, the next note is 1/3 up, the next note is 1/3 down. So who cares about the actual pitch name of the note? You're not getting any extra credit for that. The fact that you're hitting the right note is the only, is really the only thing that counts. Whether that note's a B, or you call it a chair, or a ceiling, or the floor, if you're hitting the right note, that's the only thing that counts. And we're using our first finger without even having to look at the keyboard. What finger would we hold down to play this next note?
The third.
You got it, because your second finger would be here in this place of that note, which would be E, and then we'd play our third finger without even having to look at the keyboard. So it prevents you from even having to look down at the keyboard, thereby eliminating another possibility of you're losing your place. Because every time you look down at the keyboard, you run the risk of losing your place of where you were in the music when you try to look back up to the actual sheet music itself. Put your fifth finger on this note, then you would play this note with your
First finger.
That's right, without even having to look at the keyboard, because the fourth finger would be in the position on that note, the third finger would be in the position on that white key, the second finger would keep position on the C, which is that space, and then you just play your first finger, and therefore you've got that interval covered without having to actually look at the note or identify the pitch of it as well. Push you through your music, make you more efficient at playing, make you more streamlined in your playing, and after all, that's what taking piano is all about, is making music easier to read, make it more streamlined, and so eventually you can just sit down and play any song that you've ever wanted to play by using some of these techniques, this one being interval line reading.
Great. Did you come up with this too?
I did. Well, the concept, I think, other teachers may, may teach, and the concept should be taught by other teachers. But the terming of the title, interval line reading, and the teaching it in its concentrated form like this, in this way, this is something that I've come up with and I do teach.